What's going on, guys? Bo here, back with some genetic gladiators. So let's get into this here. We're going to be checking out PvP season 183. Yeah, the last one was atrocious, honestly, but that's just how broken this PvP, how broken the game is technically. Yeah, like we've lost so many fights in the last one. Like it's giving us this low level and then it's gonna jump to like 2000 or some crazy amount. But basically all we're doing is basically trying to level Maiden of Twilight. That's basically all we're doing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really think I have anything else. We'll see how broken the fights are in this one. I'm just checking the orbs just because I want to see what people have. But yeah, in the last one, the orbs were just... Actually, we don't even really have to use that. The orbs were just broken. Like, the orbs in this game are so broken. When people ask what they should put and stuff like that, it's honestly what you have. And then it just depends on the situation and what you're actually using the character for. But if you have, like, level 5s or level 6s, well, it depends on which ones you have, but even if you have level 5, let's say you have level 5 shield, and then you have a team full of, well, not a team full of, well, you would probably have a team full of defensive characters if you're using it for defense, and then you have level 5s, at least one level 5 on each of those, and they have shield. I would try to find other characters besides cyber characters, because those are the ones that usually have shield. I would try to find characters that are tanky that have shield in these, and then put level 5 shield orbs on 3 of those, and then set up the honestly you can probably do 2 level 5s. I guess it depends on the character and how much shield they have or how much HP they have, but then you could put HP just to help a little bit so you can survive some hits. I don't know, there's a bunch of ways to actually we can go with like this to set up orbs. But yeah, them level 5s and level 6s, even like, I don't know if I should use a high level, I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, even those higher level orbs are just like, I'm guessing they're gonna add in more. I hope they don't, because they were so broken, and they just sort of break the game. Because not everyone's gonna have those. Like, yeah, I have enough gold to buy those, but I don't really buy them just because they're, well, you can't take them off first off. So once you put them on, that's it. The characters, like, if you're putting on level 5s or higher, then you're pretty much keeping those on regardless, because you're not gonna take them off. And if you do, then you're just wasting a ton of gold. But like, lower level players aren't gonna have, let's see, sometimes they'll have level 5s in a pack. They'll have like 3 of them, which will be like 600 or something like that. And yeah, that's all right, but not everyone's gonna have 600 gold. Like, they assume everyone has a crazy amount of gold just because a ton of people have forges and furnaces like crazy, just because, well, we have a ton of them. But not everyone has them. Honestly, the easiest way to fix that, in my opinion, is basically make a new rooftop and have it be the forge and furnace one, and then have it set to a max amount, and that's it. Like you have to put your things on there, and then it's set to whatever they put it at, and then everyone would eventually build up to that amount and be at the same. I mean, yeah, everyone that already has them and stuff like that is going to be ahead in terms of gold, but it would somewhat even it out. Look at this. Oh my god, am I gonna, like, I don't, why? Like, I'm not even using some of the levels. It shouldn't go based off my fame level. It should go based off, that could be abused as well. I don't know. There's so much in this game that's broken. It's one of those days where I'm just not having fun either, which is not a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, there's a few ways they can fix the whole gold thing, or just put a limit on them. Like, yeah, people paid for them and stuff like that, but we've had them long enough that even if you paid for them, like, you got your money's worth. Like, honestly, you got way more than you should have. But yeah, they should be capped at like a certain amount, because they just continuously give them out, and like the people that can't get them anymore because they haven't sold them are pretty much just leveling with the way the leveling system works compared to what it used to be before. It just depends on when you guys started playing, but it used to not be adding, I think it's 20%, is it 20 or 10%? I can't really remember what they said, but basically after level 150 is when the EXP starts to accumulate on top of itself and adds, I think it's, I want to say 20%, but it might be 10. We'll say 10% just because I'm not too sure, but it adds like 10% of the previous experience to the new level, and it continues to do that. And then like once you get to like 500, or like it's like 500 and something, like it becomes 1,000,000 experience per level. And yeah, that's just insane. When it was per level, it was 89,000, about 90k or something like that, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've been that low, but it used to be about that much. And the reason they increased it was because everyone was leveling like crazy. Like we went from like in like a month's time, people were jumping hundreds of levels because they were just sitting there farming over and over and over. But I think they added too much experience, in my opinion, because 1,000,000 experience per one level, when the only way to get experience is PvP or PvE. When PvE is 3,000. Where's the experience thing on this? I just hover over it. Yeah, 3,000 experience for fame. 3,000 when I need 1,000,000 just to get up to the next one. Yeah, I know those things are done. I gotta get them, but yeah, it's insane. Like it's too much. And then the other option is PvP, but then PvP is so broken that it's not even worth farming, honestly. Like if they made it a little bit better, like I might have done it. Like the whole raid thing for like rewards is nice and stuff like that, but they need to have a system where it's like an endless, like we can go back into that fight or something, the final fight, and do it over and over or something. And it has to have more experience than we get in campaign, and it can't be some crazy amount of passes that we have to spend, because like I was doing the math on the raid and stuff like that, and the amount of stuff you get besides like the rewards and stuff like that, where it's just like characters and gold stars or like stuff like that, besides all that, the amount of credits and experience you get compared to how much passes you're getting, it's not as good as you think it is. Like I would assume, like if I'm spending double the passes for one fight, I would get double plus a little bit more for a fight that's a lot harder than the campaign. But yeah, you don't really get that much more. Even at the higher levels, it's really not worth it. But yeah, they need to have like they need to have something to farm in besides like PvP shouldn't be the only thing I can sit here and farm in. Yeah, there's campaign, but unless they add in more campaign, which they said they weren't gonna do, because I don't know, something's not letting them. I don't know exactly what they were talking about, but they were pretty vague on that one. They need to have a way to increase experience, I guess, in campaign. Like, so like, we have the EXP orbs, which are nice. We have the experience, which is nice, but then both of those can be applied to PvP, which already has an increased amount of experience depending upon the levels you're facing. So yeah, then you would just go for that. But then with campaign, there isn't anything else adding to that. So if we take away experience from orbs and the boosts, and you compare PvP and PvE, PvP is still going to be better. So they need to add something else that would increase the baseline for campaign experience. So whether that is another power up or orbs specifically made for PvP. So instead of having like I don't know what's the highest level EXP orb. I think it's level 4. Is there a level 5? I don't think I've seen a level 5 one. I don't know. I don't really remember anymore. But if they add in like a level like 10, like if they want to go that high or whatever, but it's just specifically for campaign, doesn't work in anything else like in terms of experience, or like a multiplier orb, so it multiplies the experience you get times 3 or times 4, something like that, to where it competes with the fame we get from this. Like this person was barely like 200, but I got almost 800 fame compared to campaign where I got 3,000, and that character's level is insanely high compared to like 3 times the level of what I just fought. But yeah, they need to add something, because like PvP shouldn't be the thing I should be farming in. Like PvP is supposed to be, yeah, competitive, but unless they split it up and made 2 different PvPs, like a competitive PvP and then just a regular PvP, that would make sense. But yeah, they need to add something besides this. Like I don't even know what to, like I don't even want to call it PvP because it's so broken that it's not really PvP. Like it's not competitive, it's not, like you don't really, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just compared to other stuff, it's just so broken that it's not even worth calling it like anything that we could actually like farm in or anything like that, because it's just random. It's so random. Like everything's random tags. Like the opponents you're facing aren't like the characters, you can kind of tell, but then their tag is random. The orbs are random, like, and then the people you get are random. So unless they make a way to not continuously get random fights and it be a little bit more like, watch, we'll get somebody that's like, let's see what I mean. We went from fighting previously level like 2,000, 1,000, 1,900, 700 and stuff like that, to this video fighting people that are 2, 2, 2, 2, even though we haven't really changed opponents. Like it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I don't know how they calculate how or what they take into account in terms of what you're fighting. A lot of people think it's this here, but honestly I don't think it is either, because I feel like earlier we seen somebody that had like 200-300 points higher than us. Sometimes you'll get, like every once in a while, there'll be somebody that has like 300, 400, 500 times the amount of points you have, even though you're on a losing streak. It's the weirdest. Like there was I don't remember what it was. I just went on a losing streak just to see what I was getting, and I was getting the craziest sum of, like I got people with sum of levels, I think like 50 or 30 or something like that. Like I don't know, it's pretty broken, the system. But yeah, until they do something about it, it's not really it's the only place we can actually farm a good amount of experience. Like these lower levels I'm not really getting experience off of, and they're not really worth doing, but compared to what we were getting a second ago, I mean, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm not gonna just miss it. If I was going for points, this would honestly be the best, but I'm kind of trying to find people that are at level like 500, 600, 700, and then also people that don't have level like 5 orbs, and if they do have level 5 orbs, we're relying really heavily on getting a good tag, because the tag in this is basically we either win or we don't. So Yeah, the tag system is like they just need to show, instead of sum of levels and tag, it should be Evo levels, and then it should show the character, not the Facebook thing. We shouldn't know what tag or whose tag we're using. I think that's probably what it should be. It should just be like characters, and then it should show the level of the character or something like that. Look at that, we got 1,400 compared to the other one, which was about the same level. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense how they correlate fame, experience, credits in PvP. We'll see. We'll see what we get next. 1,650. So we went from 200, 200, 200 to 1,650, which is technically higher than mine. Like mine's is only 1,111. So I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, I could probably take this on, but we would 100% have to one-shot one of the characters. But then that relies too much on a tag, which not everyone has high-level tags as well. Like, see, it's random. Like, not everyone's gonna have insane level tags. So, like, I don't understand how they're expecting them to play PvP and stuff like that. I'm just gonna switch this. I don't feel like sitting here waiting again. I don't know. Well, basically, when we're playing PvP, it's credit dump and meds dump, basically. Like, you're just sitting here spending a ton of stuff and not really getting too much back for the amount you're putting in, because you're putting in time as well. And with the campaign, I can 100% tell you how much I'm gonna get over a certain amount of time. Compared to PvP, I'm just like, I don't know, either we're gonna have a good day or we're gonna have the worst day possible. And yeah, there needs to be either a new system implemented in terms of a way to farm, or two different PvPs, one for a competitive and then one for just normal, like without any rewards. I'm talking about a PvP with no rewards, so there's no incentive to sit here and farm up points or anything like that. It's just strictly for leveling or for credits and stuff like that. Like, there isn't really like, when they implemented the rewards and stuff like that, people are gonna sit here and try to get the rewards, of course, and they're gonna fight a ton. But like, if these rewards weren't here, how many people would not be fighting in this, or not be doing, well, they would probably still be doing PvP, but if there's two different ones, would they switch up and try the other one if it gave a boost in fame or experience or credits? Oh my god, look at that, back to back to back to back. We're getting people that are insanely high just because my points went up to 1,700. Like, all these people have like 200 more points than me, and our fames don't even match up. Like, even our evils don't even match up. Like, I don't get where they're getting the calculations. Like, this one sort of makes sense because it's the same level, but look at that, and then it instantly drops back down. Like, if you have enough credits, you can basically just not even worry about PvP and sit there and farm 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, 5 points, and then every once in a while you'll hit somebody with like 20 or 100 points, and that instantly boosts your points up. It's yeah, it's just a broken system. This is why I don't really play PvP that much, or that's why I stopped playing it. Because I used to play it like a lot. Like, if you go back, I used to play every season. But it's just not worth it. Like, right now I'm doing it just because I want to level up Maiden, and I want that as my tag, and I'm not gonna sit there and spend I don't know how much time it would actually take me to basically get her from, I think she's almost at 90 to 330 or whatever I'm at. So it would take an insane, almost 90, it would take an insane amount of campaign fights at 3,000 a piece. When I get, like, look at that, I get 4,000 for that person who I didn't even really do that much for. Like, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. And then we can get somebody at about 300, which should give us a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know what they could do to fix it. I mean, besides adding new systems and stuff like that, there isn't really a way to fix it, and then there isn't, like, I mean, there's some stuff that they could do to combat it or make the meta change every season or something like that, but I highly doubt they'll be doing any of that. So I don't know. We'll see what they come up with when they eventually get to it, because I'm sure they'll get to it at some point, but I don't know. Yeah, we didn't get that much experience this time. See, this PvP is just all over the place. Unless I like really sit here and try to refresh till I get the perfect opponents and stuff like that to get the maximum amount of experience, it's gonna be a while. Yeah, that is gonna be about it for this one though. We'll see if we have better luck tomorrow. But yeah, we'll talk to you guys later.